Hi, this is Steve from YourCreativeLife.com talking today about casting your show when your show is in production. Now, as I've told you in other videos, the show that I'm writing on, which is called Tracker on CBS, brand new show, which premieres after the Super Bowl in February 2024, is in production right now in Vancouver, Canada. And I am in the process, as I've been several times on several shows, of the whole Megillah of working with a director and an entire crew who are fulfilling the vision that the other writers and I have put down on the page. And there's a series of meetings, which I talked about last time in terms of what happens to your script after you've written it as it goes into production. And this is one aspect, casting, that I thought I would address in this week's video, since we're in the thick of it right now. Now, the thing about casting, as you may know from reading the trades, or if you're an actor, or if you're a casting director, or if you're a writer who's cast things before, is that it's really a matter of matching the right actor to the role so that you get the values that you want to have in terms of which characters are scary and which characters are romantic and which characters are, anything else that your script seems to need. Now, one of the reasons why this is a slightly complicated piece in the world of television is that in the world of television, network, or streaming, just as with the scripts, lots and lots of people are involved. So somehow I thought back in the day before I was doing this, that once I was the writer of a particular script and working with a director of a particular script, and the episode was mine, with my name on it, and in some sense, my responsibility to help bring it to fruition, that in that space, I would actually be able to select or help select the actors that show up in the episode. And to a certain extent, that is true. But I'm here to tell you that there are many, many, many people who get to weigh in on who the actors are. So on any given show, there is a casting director who is the person who gets to look through the resumes and the auditions and selecting certain actors out of a group of, I don't know, a ton that audition, to say to the production, these are the people that we're putting forth to you. These are the 5 people per role. These are that sort of thing. And so the entire process of that then is that actors, they submit themselves, or an agent submits them. They put out a self-tape or come into an office, and then the casting director narrows those people down to a select few that get to go to the production. So all of that stuff happens before they get to somebody like me. And so in the instance of auditioning for a show, it may or may not be that your audition actually gets seen by the people who are actually the writers and the directors and all of those things, because that is a list that is narrowed down and those people are vetted. Now, that also means that if a casting director really is fond of an actor and that actor does good work in that audition, that actor is more likely to be one of the selects than somebody who they don't know, who, perhaps didn't do as well or is untested in some way. So that is already a narrowing down of the actor pool for those selects. And then once that happens, people like me, the writer and the director, take a look, and the executive producer of the show take a look at those selects and make some choices. We might say, oh, I really like this person. That person's perfect, or whatever. And we might order them in a list of people, for me, that I prefer, the top 3 choices say, and so does the executive producer and the director. And then there's a conversation where we collectively, hopefully, narrow it down to the 1 or 2 people who we think are great. Now, that is not it, because then it will go to the network and the studio, and they get to say whether or not they like those 2 people who are at the top, or whether they prefer somebody else, or whether they have somebody in mind who's been on a previous show. All of these things are in the mix, so that by the time the actor is chosen for the episode, even though the episode has my name on it, I may or may not be the one who selected the actor, or my choice, my picks, may not even be in the running, and certainly might not be the person who we end up casting. And all of this was brand new to me the first couple of times I did this, but now I recognize that there are a whole lot of stakeholders and that everybody gets to weigh in. Once that happens and the actor is chosen, then an offer goes out and we see what happens. Is the actor available, not available? Sometimes that actor might ask for more money. Sometimes that actor might have particular bandwidth challenges of, oh, I've only got these dates, but I can't do that. Sometimes an actor who is on another show as a regular or as a recurring may say, I've decided not to do this because I need to be available for that other show. So all of those things happen in the mix too. And when we finally end up with somebody, that person has been vetted, has been offered, does agree to the money for the show, and then we have that actor, and then that actor sort of joins us in the cast, is given dates when they're going to fly to Toronto or Vancouver or somewhere in the United States where it's shot, and the whole process of now doing costume fittings and rehearsals and all that stuff, all that shooting stuff begins. So it's a long road and a very complicated one for a very simple thing, which is to choose an actor. And of course, me as the writer, the director, the executive producer, and the network and the studio want those actors to be the right fit for the roles. And so lots of people get to chime in on that. I hope that's useful and interesting for you in your TV writing life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. I have almost 100 videos on this channel. The 100th video is coming up very soon, and definitely subscribe so that you'll find out right away when the videos hit this YouTube channel. And also check out yourcreativelife.com, which is my web hub for how I can help you as a writer, as a writing coach, and where you can sign up for my newsletter, learn about the podcast, have a link to this particular YouTube channel, and see other articles and other free stuff that will enhance your life as a writer. Thanks for watching. See you next time.